Alright, cool. Hello, Guardians. Today we're doing another Drifter-inspired recipe. The Cabal have big bones, and they don't break easy, but they do make good broth. So today we're going to be making a Cabal survivalist stew. If you're out in the field, you can throw together this soup with one dead Cabal and whatever other food that you can scavenge. Everything here is, if it's not something that you can find in the wild, it is something very close.
A leek.
One leek.
Hold up, leek. Yes.
Okay.
One leek in place of wild leeks.
Okay, got some
Garlic in place of garlic mustard.
What is this?
It's Jerusalem artichoke. It's the root of an edible wild plant.
Okay.
Kind of looks like a sunflower.
Alright.
Onion
Onion.
in place of, wild leek onion just to give it some more flavor. I peeled a lotus root.
Lotus root.
You can
Okay.
find these in swamps and marshes.
Juniper berries?
Juniper
I
berries.
know that one. It's what makes gin.
Thyme
Thyme.
in place of wild thyme.
Okay.
We have several different kinds of mushrooms. Now, when you're out in the field, you can just scavenge the mushrooms that you know.
But these are dried mushrooms that we've rehydrated.
Dried shiitakes.
Shiitake, okay.
Wood ear mushrooms. You can find these in the wild as well. Pick one up. Show us why they're called wood ear.
Woodier than what?
Looks like an ear.
Pretty nasty, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
We also have some baby king oyster mushrooms.
And then, so these are some chestnuts.
Chestnuts, acorns, hazelnuts, whatever you can find in the wild.
Those are just for seasoning. And then we've got a lump of Cabal here. It's mostly bone, but there's a lot of meat here. This is a very large piece of meat. This is, what, 3 pounds?
Roughly.
And a good quarter of that's bone. They're big
boys.
Big boys. We start with gonna be half an onion and the whole leek.
Garlic.
And some garlic. Whoops. Toss in the thyme first too?
About half the bunch.
Do I chop that up too?
No.
Juniper berries as well?
Yeah, essentially scrape the branch.
Whoops.
Yeah. Alright, that's enough.
We're gonna chop up some of the garlic to put in as well. A little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to saute this stuff. Not everyone brings olive oil with them into the field, so you could use some of the Cabal fats. Meanwhile, we can chop up the rest of this stuff.
Yeah, widthwise, so you can see the same pattern.
That was uncool, Natasha.
Okay, then you can just do it lengthwise, so you don't have to see the holes.
Okay.
I think you want to show the audience, it's a very alien-looking tuber.
Well, if you don't like holes in things, then this is not for you. No, this is a terrestrial plant. It doesn't have to be creepy alien stuff. How chunky should this get? I don't think this is much better.
You ever seen woodworms?
Yes, I'm familiar with woodworm. It was horrendous in the Crucible. And this is not the easiest thing to chop. I hate this so much. Okay, sunchokes. These things, do these need to be peeled first?
No, not really. They're like potatoes.
Turns out you're supposed to chop things like this. It's not as fun though. It doesn't feel as powerful. Should these get chunked up more?
Nope, that's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Bigger chunks, because don't forget, the Cabal is going to take a long time to cook, so you don't want the other ingredients to get super mushy.
We're gonna put this in the pan now. It's gonna take forever to cook, but if we can get it to brown a little bit first.
More flavor. And get as much meat to touch the pot as the bottom of the pot as possible.
All right.
How does it feel to stab the Cabal?
I mean, how do you think it got here in the first place? This is just overkill. Yeah. Look at that though.
Ooh, that's got some big color on it.
Yeah. Oh, I hope these smell better once they're in the
Yeah, they will.
stew.
They kind of smell like feet when they're rehydrating.
After the meat's been browning for a few minutes, you can start adding in water to create the rest of the broth. If you're making this at home and you want to do something more flavorful, you can use actual broth, but the idea here is that you probably don't have broth in your back pocket.
3/4 full, I would say.
It's still on medium-high heat. Now this stuff is going in the pot. Wood ear mushrooms.
And you can add the water.
Okay. Forgot that they were rehydrating. We have some rock salt.
Oh, throw the chestnuts in there too. That's the beauty of a stew. You just throw it all in and let it cook.
We're just gonna let that chill there for several hours, stirred occasionally.
Depends on when you get really hungry. Then it's done.
Meat farts. So it's been a few hours, and it's been cooking in the background. The longer it cooks, the more tender it gets, but as soon as it starts getting tender enough, you can start serving the broth and pulling off chunks of the meat. We got this bad boy.
Clear stuff is the fat.
Okay.
Cloudy stuff is the broth. And you can see that there's already a layer of fat forming on the top. And if you put this overnight in a cool place, the top layer of fat will just automatically congeal, and then you can scoop it out.
Pretty well cooked. I don't want to turn it upside down lest I pour marrow on my hands. Alright, look at that. Get you a whole bunch of those mushrooms. One more, is that good?
That's good, that's perfect.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can pick out the thyme stems. I think I just got entirely thyme stems. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a very earthy tasting soup. Here's my big chunk of Cabal.
Still a little chewy.
Mm-hmm.
But good flavor. Good hearty fall meal. Definitely could be brightened up a bit by some chilies and lemon.
I mean, you can flavor it with pretty much with whatever you can get your hands on.
Super healthy.
Yeah.
Super nutritious. A bone broth will cure what ails you.
Yeah, what usually ails me is hunger.
We're just going to eat our way across the galaxy, aren't we?
Oh, why don't we just start with our solar system?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't have to go anywhere. They all keep coming here.
A smorgasbord. It's perfect.
The Elixni came here, then the Hive came here, and then the Cabal come here, and then the Taken come here, and then the Vex come here. So we don't even have to go anywhere.
It's just like DoorDash.
Alright, until we eat again.